Ghanaian. Now, for the first time, save a champion's time, this country has been declared bankrupt.
It is not true.
This country had been declared bankrupt to the point that we are unable to service our debts.
It is not true.
The whole of 2023, we were not servicing our public debt. In fact, we have gained the dubious distinction as a sovereign default country. This is your record.
It is not true.
And because this record is a calamity, Dr. Bawumia is running away from it. Dr. Bawumia is running away from the disaster that he's put the Ghanaian economy into. People who believe this government and bought bonds today have received the severest haircut in the words of the former Chief Justice of this republic, the distinguished Ofoa Akufo. She says that the haircut is like a military regime.
Who's Ofoa Akufo? The former chief
Yes.
who went
Yes,
picketing?
he said the haircut Akufo-Addo and Bawumia imposed on Ghanaians is like something that happened in a military regime. That is revealing. But you know what? Look at the hypocrisy. Bawumia could single out Ms. Arthur and say, Ms. Arthur, I have 170 questions or claims for you. Come and respond. At that time, Ms. Arthur was on the ballot. You see your hypocrisy. You have no respect for Ghanaians. If you have any scintilla of respect for Ghanaians, you will not be talking this way. People saw the ticket, voted for the ticket. The ticket had reduced Ghanaians to beggars. Today, our government is basically begging its creditors globally to forgive us our debt or restructure the debts that we owe, the money we owe them. And instead of demonstrating humility, instead of coming forward like David in the Bible, when you manage an economy in this abysmal manner, what you do is that you put on yourself ash cloth and ashes, sackcloth and ashes, and apologize to the people.
You mean like in the Bible?
Like in the Bible. That is what leaders in the Bible who, you know, either one way or the other did wrong, that is how they demonstrated their remorse. But instead, Bawumia had decided to gaslight Ghanaians by telling us that he has visions outside what he had brought us here. It cannot be true.
Yeah, his personal vision.
And you see, what are the personal visions he alluded to? These are things that he can do as a sitting vice president now. Who is the vice president? It's not Bawumia. He will remain vice president of this republic.
It is not about
a new election is done. So if you are still the vice president, then abolish e-levy.
You are saying, well, cure the sickness and don't wait for...
and the
man is vice president. He is not president.
Says, Roland, please, gentlemen, let me. It is not about what Oppong Nkrumah said or didn't say. We have to be truthful. The team that led the negotiation, even with the IMF, that documented and proposed all the taxes from government of Ghana to the IMF. In that list, we have Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president of that team. Now he wants to disassociate himself. We have to be truthful.
Dishonest.
Now, I have this one from George Alute. It says, the driver's mate, our assistant coach, took over the helm of affairs and brought Cote d'Ivoire victory and a gold medal. Listen, it is possible with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and that the mates will deliver victory. Kukurudu, George Alute says. And then we have Haj Kupson. I think Dr. Bawumia is confused. And we are in this country when he asked the late Mr. Arthur 170 questions. And today he's telling Ghanaians that the vice president doesn't have power. Moses Bedi, the number of employees registered by SNIDS cannot be a determinant of the number of jobs created. SNIDS went out to register employees in the formal and informal sectors during that period. Some of these employees were already in employment or self-employment. So, where are the numbers coming from? Evans Garu says, Mr. Roland, so at the time Dr. Bawumia was making his statements in opposition, and even in the early days of the administration, what was he saying? What did he intend? Because he was nobody in the NPP, his appointment as running mate has expired? Big question. Landlord Borga D-Line says, to think that some MPs are shouting and hailing the vice president when he announced that his government will abolish e-levy is what they shocked me. They even called him a visionary. Well, so I have this one from Kwesi Mensah. Gaslighting is by shifting blame to another person in order to avoid accountability. Well, Okujeto Ablakwa, please show the picture. Show the pictures. Don't show the picture. You are show the picture. So please move them. Move the picture. Next one. 30 seconds. No, so we have a good initiative done by the North Tongu Member of Parliament, and I want you to make comment on it. It's to the victims of the Akosombo spillage. Just 30 seconds on this. So you take 30 seconds on this. Do this one first, and then you can do that.
Roland, I have a letter from the African Development Bank Group.
Yes, please.
Dated February 18.
Which one?
2015.
The one that talks about the payment that
subject application of sanctions arrears on bills due on 1st of January 2015. So it is not the first time we are. It goes on an address to the Chief Director and the Ministry of Finance or the person in charge of our debt management division. So it is not the first time we are defaulting. Meanwhile,
I don't understand.
He made a statement that we are for the first time we are defaulting on our debts.
Okay.
And I'm saying that it is not the first time.
Have we ever been declared a sovereign?
This is evidence.
So we did a DDE as a result of the
yes, exactly.
But it's cumulative.
No,
What about condition led to DDE? It's been cumulative over time.
Hey.
Debt or borrowing did not start under NPP, right? We are looking at our global debt situation. Even before I come to Okujeto again.
Oh, please, I don't have the time.
The same.
When I say you accuse me that I'm NDC host, but it's not fair.
The same John Dramani Mahama, who today is running away. He said that he was a co-driver, and as to how a co-driver differs from